let's say you're in a calorie deficit all week, right? I've said this in other videos. Saturday comes around and you're like, I've been doing good all week, and
I deserve this.
I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm going to have this 1,500 calorie slice of cheesecake, and I had the burger before that, and you ate 4,000 calories that day. You just wiped out your whole week. You saved all this money in calories, right? Think of calories as currency. It's money. You saved all that money all week, and you had a calorie deficit. You're losing weight. You're doing so good, and then you said, all right, let me just go spend all of it that I got and have the cheesecake.
It's usually a cheat
And
day.
then you might actually go overboard. You had the alcohol too at the pool, and you had the cheesecake. You went on Sunday, and then now you ran out of money, and now you're swiping the credit card. And now you're adding weight back. Even though you ate good for 5 days, you ruined it in 2. That can happen. People do that all the time.
We've done it.
I've done it. So you're constantly spinning your wheels wondering why you're not losing weight. Well, I've been doing good. Yeah, except for those 2 days on the weekend. So I'm just telling you, you got to be accountable, and if it goes in your mouth, you have to account for it.
Yes.
It has calories, so you have to track everything and understand what you're putting in. And you got to say, is this worth it? Is it worth it? I have goals.
That's what I always say. Is it worth it?
Yeah, is this worth it?
Hey, I'm Jessica, and I'm here with my husband Bradley. And on this episode, we're going to focus on how to read nutrition labels and how hidden calories can kill your results. Is that right?
That's right. If you can't read
I can't remember what I was supposed to say.
if you can't accurately read a nutrition label, it kind of becomes hard to understand what you're eating.
Yes.
Right. Which all goes into where we talked about measuring your food, right? Because every nutrition label has a measurement.
You know what we need?
What? A big nutrition label so I can show people?
No, we need to get like a board, a TV monitor thing like Austin has that we could beep boop beep boop on it and like put in. Yeah, we could pull up the nutrition thing.
That's a good idea. We'll do that in another video.
Because he likes to show visuals. Well, I do too, and so that would be helpful.
So I'll go back to the chicken one then, as an example.
Okay.
Everything you eat from a store has nutrition facts on it. Now, if you're just eating plain chicken or poultry or beef, like those are pretty well established. It will list things, and actually some of the fat cooks out, like with meat. But I don't count that. So this chicken here, it's got 10 servings per container. It says a serving is 3 ounces, okay?
For a child.
Yeah, 3 ounces is a child serving. You're gonna have 6 to 8. So if you have, so 100 calories for 3 ounces. So if I have a 6-ounce meal, that's 200 calories of chicken.
Yep.
If I have 8 ounces, that's gonna be 250 calories of chicken, which means if I have my cup of rice with it, like we talked about in the previous video, I've got 8 ounces of chicken, cup of rice, that's 450 calories. That's a pretty good sized meal for not many calories. So that's why chicken is great. You get a lot of protein for not a whole lot of calories. Now this says 3 ounces is 16 grams of protein. I'm gonna say that it's really a little bit higher than that. For cooked chicken, it's gonna generally be about 7 grams of protein per ounce. So really it's probably closer to 20.
Yeah.
But
in general, you want to focus on, like he said, like just not chicken that would be prepared like this already, so you wouldn't have to worry about it.
But every nutrition label, right, has your total fat. But remember, it's per serving. So if I have 6 ounces and it's 2.5 grams of fat per serving, I'm having 5 grams of fat if I have 6 ounces because I'm having a double portion, okay? Always make sure that you look at how big the serving size is.
But for meat, it's not going to matter.
Meat doesn't matter as much, right? So we're trying to get protein out of it. I'm just an example.
I think you should use a different.
I'll do it as a different example. This has a few hidden carbs in it because of the seasoning that's on it. It's got 3 grams of carbs per. It's just, some people get bent out of shape. Oh, that's got sugar in it. It's like, it's 3 grams. Like 3 grams is like nothing.
Yeah.
Shut up, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Don't worry about a few grams of extra sugar. Like that's not gonna be a problem. If it said 13,
That'd be different.
20 grams of sugar. Now there's something going on here that shouldn't be on chicken, and I don't know what's going on here. All right. You want a different example? What do you want?
Yeah.
Protein bar?
You got these two.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is,
Why do you got a Coke in here?
oh, for soda, and I'm thirsty. She asked me why I had a Coke, because I
know,
might
I
get
was like-
thirsty.
Well, I never know what he's going to have in the bag.
I have so many things in
he
this
pulled
bag.
out a whole rotisserie chicken, so I'm just saying.
So this was going to be my easy meal prep video, and I forgot to pull it out. But this is organic sweet potato sticks. I got these at Costco. They have these. These are just literally dehydrated sweet potato, organic sweet potato. That's the ingredient. So I'm basically eating a dehydrated sweet potato. Has about 50 carbs. Says 57 carbs, 6 grams of fiber.
For how many? You said?
For the whole pack.
For the whole pack.
This is
Okay.
the
That's
one
the whole
pack
pack.
is the serving size. So the
Okay.
whole pack will be 240 calories and 50 carbs, 57 carbs. So like in my case, let's say I was on the go and I didn't want to pack rice. And I can grab this and I could swing into Walmart and get my rotisserie chicken. Where's my rotisserie chicken?
Right there.
And I could eat the chicken breast off of one side of it and probably get a pretty close 6 to 8 ounces on half a chicken breast on one of these. That if I'm on the go, I can eat this, and man, I've got my protein and just a solid, healthy
that
carb
was
source,
fast.
and that was easy. And it's a lot better than swinging into McDonald's, and a lot cheaper actually. So now there's no fat in sweet potato, so I don't need to worry about fat here, and there's no protein. It's a carb source. It says it's 3 grams of protein. That's
Whatever.
not protein. Yeah. Also, peanut butter is not protein.
It's fat.
And cereal where they're putting protein on all these freaking labels now. I wish I'd have had a box of that. I have a
don't buy
picture.
it.
I don't buy it, but I wish I had a box of it.
gonna
I
waste
should have
my
bought it for
money.
this video. But now they're doing this thing where you're like, your Cheerios will say protein. You know what they did? They added some pea protein to it, and it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. Don't waste your money. Buy the regular Cheerios if you're gonna have them, and put a protein.
Or not.
Well, sometimes pre-workout, like if you're a young guy and you're not in a
okay.
fat loss scenario and you want some like rice cereal or some kind of healthy-ish cereal, instead of milk, I'll use a vanilla protein shake, and it's a high protein. Put protein like that in your...
Yeah, like if you're a person who really enjoys the cereal, you have to find a cereal.
I'm
like
not
that
telling you to
does
eat
that.
cereal. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that I will strategically for pre-workout
There's
sometimes.
a way to do it, but yeah.
Don't do that if you're in a deep fat loss scenario. Okay, now, hidden calories. Protein bars are... People, I had a protein bar.
It's
I'm like,
best
okay.
to stay away from protein bars, to be honest, in a fat loss scenario, but if you do it right, it can be done.
It's better than a candy bar. Okay?
In some cases, it's
be-
not.
It's not always better than a candy bar. You get more protein though.
Yeah.
So in some cases, you might actually be better off eating a Snickers bar and a protein shake. But
Don't do that.
so this is a Quest Hero bar. These are like 1 gram of sugar. It says 15 grams of protein. It's really just like if I have like a snacky craving and I want like something crispy and chocolatey.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are not my favorite.
They're not my favorite, but it's got sugar alcohols in it, which do have calories. And it's
How many fat grams that one got?
So this has 9 grams of fat. So this is actually pretty high. I don't like to get, if I have a protein bar, I try to make it where it's like 4 to 6
Yeah.
grams of fat. That way I'm not getting like 10 grams of fat in that. Most of them have over 10 grams of fat. So I just try to avoid most
I'm
of them.
trying to avoid it because look how big it is. It's like this big.
Yeah.
And it's the whole thing.
If you
it
literally-
is 170 calories, so it's not that bad. But some of them are this big and 200 and something calories, and I'm like, don't waste your time. It's not going to fill you up.
Oh, you took it right out of my hand. I was just going to grab the other one so I can talk
Oh,
about it.
okay. Well, that's fine. Whatever. I'll hold it.
Now, personally, so that one's 9. This is the same brand, but a different flavor. This has 6 grams of fat, so it's marginally lower. It's 150 calories, that's 170. 150 calories you're not gonna get fat off of, right? That's not a problem per se. As long as you're eating this by itself mid-afternoon between meals and that's all you had, this will be fine. You just have to be careful about what you're adding into your diet, right?
It says this one has 11 grams of fiber.
Yeah, so these have fiber. Heck, 11 grams.
Yeah.
So this one only has 6.
It says it only has 3
So
grams
this-
net carbs.
So, yes.
You can tell I don't eat these because I'm sitting here like, oh.
But you got to be careful with net carbs. Net carbs doesn't mean if it has sugar alcohol in it, it still has calories. Sugar alcohols still have calories, and so they can cause stomach distress in some people. So sometimes if you eat too many of these, your stomach gets upset.
I mean, if you're going to do one, I don't even think you should do one every day.
No.
And definitely not more than one in a day, for sure.
No, one a day, just like an energy drink. Sugar-free.
Not even one a day, though. Avoid protein bars if you can. And I don't care if they're the refrigerated ones that are all natural, this or that and the third. They usually still have too many freaking fat calories in them.
And this is a good example because this is one thing that people will go get and they'll say, well, I eat pretty healthy. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's not terrible. This is not as good as eating whole food, obviously, right? I would rather you have like a good carton of Greek yogurt and some fruit where you're getting some actual nutrients and some quality. Like the Greek yogurt, low sugar stuff is going to be high protein.
Yeah, you got to watch that because some of those yogurts.
You have to make sure it's not added.
Like, oh, it's all natural. It's all this. And I look at one the other day, and it was it had too much. It didn't have quite enough protein, and it had too much sugar in it. But it was all natural. Just because the ingredients are clean doesn't mean that it's still the right ratio.
It should
hardly have any sugar in it.
The Greek yogurt should have definitely less than 10 grams of sugar, 10 carbs in it. You should not have any added sugar to it. The Chobani, like flavored like vanilla Greek yogurt, which has maybe a little bit of fat. You can get the fat-free versions. I like that as far as texture. Of course, you got different ones, but just make sure it's not a high sugar yogurt.
We use the regular Greek yogurt. Sometimes a little bit for sour cream.
So if you're having like, let's say you get the Chipotle chicken and you make your rice and you're like, man, I just want some sour cream with my food. Get you a container of it's like Chobani Greek yogurt that's not flavored and it has that little twang to it. It tastes a lot like sour cream,
it's good.
But it's just protein. It's just extra protein. So like even if you could eat even if you ate like half a cup of that, like if you just love sour cream so much, you just dump it on there. If you dumped half a cup on top of your chicken and rice, you might have added 50 to 60 calories and it's all protein.
So it wouldn't be a big deal.
And it's not going to be a problem. If you did that same amount of sour cream, that's hundreds of calories.
Exactly.
Like 2 tablespoons of sour cream is like, I think 70 calories of pure fat. So it adds up real quick. So those are little tricks. I wish I had some at home, but I didn't bring it.
Do we have anything else?
So we kind of talked about the nutrition label. Just make sure you're looking at the serving size. Make sure you're looking at that serving size at the top, because at the top it says serving size, 1 pack. Okay, if it says half a pack, guess what? You have to double everything in this pack.
And that will get you.
Yeah, and guess what? If you're eating a bag of Doritos, go get your food scale out. It'll say like what, 20 grams is a serving or something.
I don't even know.
But okay, I dropped it. Put this on grams and just weigh you out how many chips that is for 20 grams. And you'll look at it and you'll say, man, that's 170 calories.
It ain't even worth it.
It ain't much. It ain't as much as you think it is. It'll say about so many chips. That's wrong. You're gonna have to weigh that out to actually see. It ain't exactly right. So don't trust the bag either. Sometimes you have to put it on the food scale and say, it'll say grams too. So this one says 1 pack is 80 grams. So when I put this on a food scale, it should say 80 grams when I dump it out of this bag. And that, because that's what they're basing it off of. That's the weight of the food that they're measuring. So when they send it to the nutrition company that measures this crap, that's how many calories are in that many grams. That's the only way to know scientifically if that's exactly what you're getting, if you want to test it out. You don't have to go that far. But make sure you pay attention to the serving size. That's important. And then fats. When you talk about net carbs, there's a lot of tricks that they can play. The net carbs, like I said, they don't count the sugar calories or the alcohol. Yeah. The sugar alcohol calories don't digest, so they really don't have calories, but they're still on the label. They have to put them on the label. They still have calories, and they can cause stomach distress. So you need to be aware of that. So it's not ideal, it's not terrible, but just be aware that they do play some games with the nutrition labels.
I think you want to talk about
hidden calories.
Yep.
We'll talk about, so the nutrition labels is one. So there's hidden calories in your nutrition label. Make sure you know how to read the nutrition label accurately. But hidden calories, things like oil. When you cook with oil, I'll give you a story. Had a guy said he'd been eating clean and doing all this stuff and prepping his food. He was adamant that he was doing everything he was supposed to. And I said, and somewhere in that conversation, I said, do you cook with oil when you cook your food? He said, well, yeah, like, avocado oil, or it doesn't matter. If it's a healthy oil, it doesn't matter if it's canola oil, vegetable, I don't care. It still has calories. So I'm cooking with coconut oil, doesn't matter. I'm cooking with grass-fed butter, doesn't matter. Still has calories. So if you're trying to lose weight, you still have to count those calories. So when you cook with oil and you free pour it, I use a spray where I lightly coat the pan, just enough where stuff don't stick, just barely, quick spray. If you free pour olive oil,
Your story.
that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, the story to the guy. He was cooking with oil. So the answer was yes, he was cooking with oil. And I said, go home and do your normal free pour that you would when you're cooking, because he's not measuring it. But instead of free pouring it into the pan, pour it into like a measuring cup, or like and then put it into like a little measuring, way to measure how much it is. How many tablespoons is that? Well, he went back and calculated it up, and he was eating about 600 extra calories per day.
Oh, that's a lot.
In his food that he was preparing for himself of oil. Now, 600 calories a day, if you do that every day for a week, is 3,500 to 3,800 calories or so.
It's like a pound, ain't it?
A pound of fat is about 3,500 calories. So that means basically, if he did that for a year and he wasn't losing any weight, he could have lost, theoretically, with math, 50 pounds that he didn't lose because he was adding oil for one habit of that.
Yeah, that's a
So
big deal.
basically, quit cooking with oil, eat everything else that you're doing, do everything exactly the same, and you'll start losing weight. You only need to change one habit that could be crushing you. So that's a hidden calorie, but that's a lot of hidden calories.
That is. That's why I tell people it's such a big deal, because of those fat calories add
Yeah.
up so much more.
Or
It's a
people will
big
say,
deal.
what do I eat? I'm like, well, okay. I eat pretty good. Like, one, you don't. When people tell me they eat good, they don't typically eat good.
If they write it down, they realize.
They write it down and they become self-accountable. They're like, oh, I actually eat like a child. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, like, we tend to, if we don't write it.
We don't mean that bad. It's just because when you think you're doing good, but then when you actually write it on paper, you're like,
Well, it's stuff.
oh yeah, this.
It's okay.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I get it.
And
But
it's true.
you sneak more stuff in during the day than you think you do. And it adds up quicker than you think it does. So you say, oh, well, it's innocent. I only had a couple Oreos. Well, then earlier you forgot you had that Starbucks drink, that was 400 calories. So a question I always ask is, what do you drink?
Right.
Oh, well, and they forget to tell you they drink, well, I drink a Sundrop every day. I have a
Sweet
can,
tea.
I have sweet tea.
Or I drink alcohol with a couple glasses of wine about 3 or 4 nights a week.
Right. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you,
adds up.
that stuff adds up. And if you're not getting the results you want, it's because of that stuff. Because that stuff is, if you're following a plan and you tell me that you ain't losing weight, then your plan's wrong or you're not implementing it properly. There's something hidden in there that you're not accounting for. You may not be aware of it, but you have to be aware of everything that's, like I said in the other video, if it goes in your mouth, right? If it goes in your pan when you're cooking oil,
Then you have to account for it.
when you go out to eat and I ordered salmon and white rice. Okay, how much oil was that salmon cooked with? You have no way to know.
What was their rice cooked with?
What was the rice cooked with? You had broccoli. Were they sauteed in oil and butter?
You can usually even see it on
You
them.
can see it.
You taste it.
And then you'll say, well, it's just a little bit. How do you know? You don't. You can't know. You don't know if that's a teaspoon of oil or 2 tablespoons of oil.
It doesn't matter. It adds up over
It
time.
adds
anyway.
up so quickly. And so people, those are hidden calories. Then people don't think about, oh, I have a salad every day. Okay.
I don't even eat a salad for this reason, because it adds up so fast.
Most of the
You
people,
barely get any protein,
and
and then the dressing.
they'll still, I add chicken to it. But if you added nuts and cranberries and all this,
sugary
and then a
dressing.
vinaigrette. Well, vinaigrette sounds healthy until it's doused to hell with oil, and you've added, now your salad that should have been,
Under
300
500 for
300
sure.
calories is now a 1,000 calorie salad.
Exactly.
You could have went and had a Big Mac for less calories than that. I'm serious.
no fries.
I'm serious. And you could have had a Big Mac and fries and had less calories than some of these salads. Dead serious. So be careful with dressings.
Dressings are
ranch
really sneaky.
dressings, any kind of dressings, sauces, dressings and sauces. I don't eat salads because I don't want salad dressing.
I don't eat salad because I don't find that it has a lot of nutritional value, especially if it's not really like spinachy and the lettuce is more whitey looking.
Yeah.
I mean, and then if you truly enjoy that, you've got to make sure you have enough meat on there because you may get 3 ounces of meat on that. So that's why I stay away from them because they're just really overall not that great for you.
You don't get as much nutrition from your veggies as you think you're getting for the most part. So it's really
You need
just
to get your
adding.
protein in. I'm
It's
just
really
never
just
going to stop saying that.
most of your nutrition would come from like red meat, to be honest with you. The most vitamins, most nutrient dense food is red meat and eggs.
Yeah, and if you're growing your own vegetables in your own garden and
Yeah.
some great soil, sure, but you still got to have your protein and you still got to stay away from the sugary dressing. So it's
Yeah.
like if you want a little salad because you truly enjoy it, cool, but just don't douse it
So
in
like
something.
Sweet Baby Ray's and some ketchups and some of these like
Yeah, we
sugar.
don't have a salad
This is not a
dressing that's
fat-based sauce, but those, the fat-based sauces add up to like hundreds of calories really quick.
Yeah.
Like 2 tablespoons would be like 100 calories, 200 calories. Like some of them are just nuts.
Yeah.
Like the Chick-fil-A,
And
like
the amount that people use.
yeah, they don't use that sauce when you go to the Japanese restaurant. That's mayonnaise and ketchup. What is that called? Yum yum sauce or whatever sauce you want to call it.
Is it yum yum sauce? Yum yum.
Shrimp sauce, yum yum sauce.
Just dip that.
Don't-
Don't pour it.
Barely dip it. Don't even eat it.
I dip it more than he does.
It's so terrible. But you'll see people, they'll take that whole container and just dump it over the rice.
Can
and
I
I'm
get
like,
some more?
I guarantee you that container had 600 calories in it.
And
Or if
then
not
to top
more.
it off, well, I'm already eating out, so I might as well have
No.
sweet tea.
And then you had a soda.
I promise you just had 500 more calories because she came and refilled your stuff 2
So
times.
you had chicken and white rice, and the chicken and white rice already had some oil in it. So you're already not doing perfect, which is okay. But the vegetables are sauteed in something too.
Yep,
You gotta be, it's still got oil in it. And then you dumped 600 calories or 700 calories, God knows, of shrimp sauce on top of that, of pure fat. And then you had a soda on top of it or sweet tea. So if you would just eliminate the sweet tea, switch to a diet drink, diet soda, or water, and you just didn't use the shrimp sauce, you're gonna save yourself right there 1,000 calories.
Yeah, easy.
So you can still have your chicken and rice.
Because we go to Lucky Samurai. I'll
Yeah.
get hibachi chicken, white rice.
Right.
He gets teriyaki chicken,
Sure.
white rice. Our kids, whatever they get, white rice. And then we sparingly will use any of
But-
that sauce. And we get Diet Coke or Coke Zero, whatever they have.
Just eliminate most of those sauces as much as you can. When you use a sauce, use something like a no sugar added Sweet Baby Ray's. This is 2 tablespoons, 15 calories. If you had 4 tablespoons, you're still only getting 30 calories. Like that's not going to destroy you. That's a lot of sauce actually.
Now, every blue moon, I don't want you to think we never have, like if we go to a restaurant, every blue moon, I will get like a Caesar salad. And I know good and well that that is not good for me, but I'll eat it every blue moon. These things that you do very randomly, like if you're consistently doing what you should be doing, every now and then that ice cream isn't going to hurt you.
No.
Or that couple slice of pizza won't hurt you. But the problem is, it's like we have pizza once a week, we have hot dog once a week, we have cheeseburger once a week. It's like everything's once a week. You're
And it-
eating trash.
And it should be
all week.
it should be one meal or one short period. It shouldn't be all day on
Yeah.
Saturday and then follow up with Sunday dinner at your grandmother's either.
Yeah, we used to eat a cheeseburger every week, but now we don't even eat a cheeseburger every week anymore.
We used to get a cheeseburger and then go get cheesecake or something after.
But that'd be the only bad meal
But
we
here,
had all week. though.
here's the thing.
We don't even do that now.
Let's say you go back to the video of 2,000 calories a day, you're going to lose weight. Let's say you're in a calorie deficit all week, right? I've said this in other videos. Saturday comes around, you're like, I've been doing good all week, and
I
gonna,
deserve this.
I'm
went
going
to the
to,
gym
I'm
4
going to
days
the
this
Cheesecake
week.
Factory. And I'm going to have this 1,500 calorie slice of cheesecake, and I had the burger before that, and you ate 4,000 calories that day. You just wiped out your whole week. You saved all this money in calories, right? Think of calories as currency. It's money. You saved all that money all week, and you had a calorie deficit. You're losing weight. You're doing so good, and then you said, "All right, let me just go spend all of it that I got
Because it's
and
usually
have the
not
cheesecake."
a cheap meal. It's usually a cheap
And
day.
then you might actually go overboard. You had the alcohol too at the pool, and you had the cheesecake. You went on Sunday, yeah, and then now you ran out of money, and now you're swiping the credit card. And now you're adding weight back. Even though you ate good for 5 days, you ruined it in 2. That can happen. People do that all the
we've
time.
done it.
I've done it, but so you're constantly spinning your wheels wondering why you're not losing weight. Well, I've been doing good. Yeah, except for those 2 days on the weekend. So I'm just telling you, you got to be accountable, and if it goes in your mouth, you have to account for it.
Yes.
It has calories. So you have to track everything and understand what you're putting in. And you got to say, is this worth it? Is it worth it? I have
think
goals.
That's what I always say. Is it worth it?
Yeah, is this worth it? I have a goal to lose 30 pounds. Is me putting this in my mouth?
They'll say, I promise you,
Drink
if
water.
you think about
Go for a walk when you're stressed.
how it's going to affect you and how much harder you, like if you've been working hard to do something and you've been staying away from whatever, and then you just give in and have that, you're going to have to work harder to get it back up. That's why anymore I'm just like, you know,
And
sometimes
cardio
I
is
think,
not gonna
if
outdo it.
I want this, I'm like, is it worth it though, really?
No, it's
like,
not.
is it? And sometimes it's like I'll have a bite of something and it's fine. But in general, it's just like there's nothing that tastes as good as being healthy feels.
Start
And
thinking-
I'm not going to work. I don't want to work that hard. Like, I want to work smart.
If you're trying, work smart. So if you're trying to lose weight, right, and you say, man, I want that donut. I love that donut. But you got
sitting there looking at
think
you, too.
about. I want you to think about that 300-calorie donut as an hour on the treadmill, because that's
Legit.
about what you would
Yeah.
burn walking on the treadmill, 300 calories. So if I eat this donut, that means I have to burn that off. That's an hour on the treadmill. Very quickly, you'll say, I
That
ain't
ain't worth it.
eating that donut. I'm not spending an hour on the treadmill.
Yep.
That's what I do, and that works every time. Do I want to spend an hour on the treadmill to have this donut? Well, hell no.
And we don't
And I
kill
don't eat it.
ourselves doing cardio. Like, don't get me wrong.
I don't do much cardio.
Cardio is good for your cardiovascular health, but we do not do it. Like, not often like we should. Because our weightlifting, the way we do it, we're getting our heart rate up and stuff. So if a person tells me, I really don't enjoy going to the gym and I hate cardio, I'm like, good, no problem.
Yeah.
I need you to focus on your diet, and then we'll work that other stuff out.
If your diet is on point, you do not need very much cardio. It is good for your heart.
Yes.
15, 20 minutes on a stair mill.
You should not kill yourself.
You shouldn't be on there for an hour
unless you enjoy,
unless you love it.
like running, this, that, and the third.
I don't love it that much.
But you don't have to do it to punish yourself. You don't have
Right.
to do it to lose weight.
But, and just because you went and did an hour, I've been doing an hour every day. If you still eat like crap, justifying it,
You undid it.
then you've undid the work. So yeah, you're getting cardiovascular benefits, but you're not going to lose weight. You cannot out-train a bad diet.
You can't.
You cannot. So you have to, at the end of the day, you have to have your diet right. And that's why we harp on it so much. If you don't get it right, truthfully, if you don't get your diet right and do the work to get that right, you don't get the right to complain that you're not getting the results you want, because if you're not doing that part, then you're leaving out the most important details. That's like me jumping off a building and expecting to be able to fly. I'm not a bird. I'm going to splat on the ground. Some things are just laws of nature. So if I overeat my calories, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to gain weight.
Yeah.
And it's not usually going to be the good kind.
No.
So, because muscle takes a long time to build. But yeah, I mean, there's just laws and rules that have to be followed, and that's just what we're harping on.
So, you want to recap?
Yep. Make sure you know how to read a nutrition label accurately, understand what's hidden in those, and they can lie on a nutrition label.
Yeah.
They can be dishonest.
Some companies have been sued for that.
They're very dishonest about how they count things, or they'll say like half a serving, and it kind of tricks you into thinking that you're having less than you are. Because if it said, hey, this pack is 1,000 calories, it's like they'll say half a bag is 500 calories, or a third of the bag is 300 calories. It's like, but you're going to eat the whole bag.
Yeah.
You knew you ate that whole bag. So
Hidden calories.
and then the hidden calories, like you're cooking with oil, sugar in your diet, drinkable sugar. Gatorade is terrible. Juice is terrible. Don't drink juice.
Sauces, be careful.
What's that? And sauces. And just really stay away from fatty dressings. Don't use ranch, or make your own with Greek yogurt, like a low-fat version. There's ways to do this stuff, but you can't buy it in a store like that. Usually that stuff tastes not bad. But yeah, low sugar, very reduced sugar dressings and sauces, sugar-free if possible, but low calorie. Always go with low calorie sauces, and it should be like for one serving, 10 to 15, 20 calories per 2 tablespoons or something like that. It's usually what I aim for. I'm trying not to add more than 50 calories of sauce to my meal.
Right.
And little as possible, because it adds up.
Yeah. Okay.
Simple.
That's all you guys say about that?
That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. All right, so that's all we have to say about that. And we will see you guys next time.
See ya.